Back. Yep, we're back at it again with more Battle Cats. Gonna be checking out more of this because we all, we gotta check up a bunch of stuff, catch up, putting this off for a while, but we're back. Check out some more. Look at all these cats we get to check. Oh my gosh, all these wonderful little cats we gotta check out. Okay, Necro Dancer Cat. Necro Dancer Cat. So about Necro Dancer Cat. It's pretty good. And by pretty good, I mean not that good. Because really, you just go for Octopus Cat, deal enough just for stalling. Stalling with Octopus Cat is usually way better than freezing. There's not much times you can freeze. Really, you only really want to freeze against Bun Buns. Because you'll be usually have they have other peons to kill your Octopus Cat. And still, Octopus Cat could put some work in. But you would just run Sanzo Cat usually anyways. Because you can also have the a weakened attribute on them, and their slowing is really good. And when you get the angel up, oh, if you got angel peons, it's pretty good. It has some things going for it, like I guess the wave can matter that a little bit. But the biggest problem is that it's single attack. Even with the waves, they don't activate that often, which would help against its single attack weakness. But still being single attack, even a maxed up wave attack is not even guaranteed because the none of the attacks are guaranteed. That's the problem. So I would actually put it below mid tier. It does have some decent uses though, which all cats do. For the most, I think most cats. Okay, Enchantress Cat, also single attack. This one's a sad one. It's just for red. Okay, so you have slow red, single attack, decent cost, but only against red. Red has like the most things against it, so you can just run Rocat, take care of all of these high hitting red units. If you really want to slow a red, there's better options. You can just freeze them with ICAT. And usually a lot of them, the problems you would care to deal with that are red that you want to slow are floating enemies. What you got JK Bun Bun, you just freeze him and he's still floating. Just use Fishman Cat. Boar, Red Boar, no problem at all. Still Rocat, Swordsman Cat combo, or even the I already yeah even you are still better than Enchantress Cat. Freaking yeah, Maximum the Fighter still better. You're actually stupid. Slowing red's not that much of a thing you want to care about. Decent range, but the damage still sucks, even against everything else. It's just so bad. Okay, a cool one. It used to be kind of a joke how bad this cat was when it didn't have a true form yet. Catoir is pretty good now, though he has been power creeped a bit, just because there's a lot better options, a ton of better options than when his true form came out. When his true form came out, I was like, okay, this is decent. It's usable in certain stages, especially against bun buns. You want to stack them. Nice little range increase. His range sucked when he was just archer cat or cupid cat. You can get some nice talents for it. I have zombie killer and effective against zombies, but against floating, it's whatever. Fishman's a way better option, and there's a lot of good floating support that are better at killing than Catoir is. You can just also stall with Jiangshi. You use a bunch of the Paris cats instead. I think you're below mid tier as well. If maybe up here, I wish Catoir was a little better. With one of the cats I do wish was better, probably Catoir. Okay, so we got Rodeo Cat. Rodeo Cat, another single strike unit, and it slows black sometimes for a good amount. You can get a nice talent up, which I do have for Relic, which is actually good if you get the Relic, because early game, when you're fighting these relics, especially like in the Nemo stage, or the one with the relic cyclone, he's really good in that stage. And you don't got much early game relic fighters when you start. Especially back when relics first came out, it was one of the only things you could really use against relics. That for slowing was really good. I would have in my deck in the past to slow, especially the relic Arost. It's decent. For blacks, slowing blacks is alright enough, I guess. Like you can slow Razorback, which is important. What else is important to slow? Okay, you can slow Bun Bun, Black Bun Bun, Razorback. I guess Gory's fine to slow. I guess Rage and Gory nowadays too. But other than that, not much. It's mostly Razorback slowing. I wish she was better. You could actually put a mid. Easy mid. You probably wouldn't get talents for it. Is it better than Maximum the Fighter? I think it is just because of its range. Sense mostly because range and there's way better options for red. I think you do belong in mid tier. I think that's fair actually. For a single attack unit, it's really good. Okay, cool one here. Elemental Duelist Cat. Awesome cat. Against red, you can get a talent for it against Angel, which you should. It's just a good talent to have. Against red, it's really good. Really, really good. Really amazing early game. Because you gotta deal with a lot of annoying seals. I think chapter 3 and so on. Decent enough HP to do pretty good when you start into the future. It does lose a bunch of use later on. It's still single attack, that's the problem, and it dies. You don't want medium sized units usually later on. You need like specific units to beat stages in Uncanny Legends. You want good ranged units and very versatile cats like Stone Cat, Jiangshi. You're gonna be using very versatile attackers. Paris Cat, Pizza Cat. You want some AoE attack. This is not cutting it that much, but I do think it's a tier above. I think it's mid tier actually. I would even put it in fun to use. I love using this unit because it's my first true form. I just love using it. Still trying to get uses for it. Acrobat Cat. Single attack. This cat sucked. It still sucks for the most part, but it has some niche uses now that actually matter. Like, I wouldn't really use them for slowing Borofim or knocking back Borofim. You're not gonna be knocking back angels. You'd rather just deal damage to them. Slowing is even better than knocking back. Like you could use them in knocking back Angelic Cyclone, but you could just you could just slow them or freeze them instead. There's way better options than knocking back. And you'll also because you either have a slow and or a freeze AoE than just like a single strike, a single attack knockback angel. That's not really that good. The only niche use it has nowadays, which is pretty good, is against that new angel dog unit. I forgot its name, but it has every now and then it has a nice surge attack, and it helps against those units because you don't want to deal with their surges. And you can get a talent for this unit, which actually activates quite often for the surge attacks, and it does work against that dude. And you could still use it against a Borfim, I guess. Yeah, it's not bad against him. It's just you rather slow or freeze. It's actually I would put it in maybe for what it does. You could put it mid tier. Okay. Okay, this is a cool one. These three cats, rampage cats, rampage cats when they added the thing, immune to warp, it was not a nice because it didn't have immune to warp when it first came out. And when it added warp, I was like, its HP still sucks. It's not gonna survive against warp. Like the damage is gonna be too much. Even the power creep times we have, where these Master A, pretty sure whatever that alien starred alien dude was, all these starred aliens that have warp, even when you got them very power crept with your treasures going up in Uncanny Legends, it's still gonna die so easily. His base HP sucks. You're not gonna use him to be getting past their warps. His cost is really awful too, at like 375. Like what? Decent enough recharge rate, but he just sucks in damage and HP. It's actually trash. Okay, we got Robot Cat, Robo Cat, I think. Yeah. Single attack. You don't have, yeah, you don't have talents up yet for dodge. You just have knockback. You have pretty good HP for what you do actually, but still against black's units have a lot of damage. You probably survive one hit. You get a knockback against the Gories and the Dark Doge, but buffed and you're not gonna be surviving. So you should go for the talents where you get the dodge attack up. Get a nice talent orb as well on him. For what it does, knocking back black is not good, especially since he's slow. He's pretty slow, so like if you want, let's say you want to knock back tackies, they're just gonna kill you usually. Like you gotta have really good timing, and even then, you gotta have all these other units supporting the tackies to kill them. These units will die to tacky because they're too slow to move out of range, and you want to push tacky back usually because they'll be trying to kill your base and your other back units. Knocking back Razorpine, you better just to freeze him with Bomber Cat. Bomber Cat takes up a lot of issues you gotta deal with blacks instead of knocking back. Knocking back against Black Cyclone's not even good because Black Cyclone does very little damage. You better just you can actually meat shield against Black Cyclone. You would just not prefer not to use him unless you got him ultra talented up with his dodge effect. He's actually stupid. Is he stupid in a bad way? No, because you can get some decent hits in against Lenore. Lenore usually does kill him in one hit. I think you could maybe not if you got him like really high level, like level plus 70, could survive against Lenore and put some work in because he has really good knockback for the knockback units. He has insane knockback. How much he knocks back enemies, so he's good for that. He's not stupid in a bad way. Still has some Ramen Cat. It's broken. It's not even funny. I could put I'm still deciding on these, especially when I got the new thing also, where I can add to plus over plus 40 these cats, these special cats. I think it's so broken it's not even funny, especially since I'm being more lenient on what I'm putting here, just because you can run this in any deck. It has good, really good HP for the cost, 315 cost, insanely good HP for the cost. It's good against a good trait, which is angels. It's resistant against angels, which is really good. And you could also get a nice talent, which is amazing, which is resist knockback to take care of its weakness, which is the angelic Sleipnir or whatever. That's multi-horse, leg horse dude. All the angels it's good against. It can tank for them really well against all these units. The only problem really I could think of off the bat is angelic cyclone, but even then it could still survive like 2 or 3 hits, which is really good. Really good damage also. Insanely good damage for the cost. Like good damage cost. It's well-rounded everything. You can put it in any deck, and if you die, it's not gonna be because of this dude. It's gonna be your other cats that are gonna be the problem. He's always good. Good for tanking, even against relics. You can tank decently well enough. You can tank for Ramen Cat also, because Ramen Cat can survive a few hits from relic, and he'll actually, if you have like Future Cat or Cone Cat tanking for him also, he'll be still doing damage behind the lines because he has just enough range to hit behind these meat shields, which is awesome. Why did I put these units so high? Pretty nifty. I mean, it's kind of mid tier nowadays. I don't know what I was smoking that pack or something. I don't know. It's pretty good, but like really, it's just nowadays you're so slow. Let's just use some crazed wildcat. We'll get the crazed wildcat soon. Okay, cameraman cat. Awesome. It's gonna be broken in a good way. Really good range, strong against floating. Very interesting. When I first got this cat, it wasn't very good back then, especially before True Form. Even after True Formed, it was like, there's better options. But once you start getting it high leveled, like really high level, plus over plus 50, it's really better to use than certain cats. In many more cases against floating, it'll be better than Paris cat because just the strong, when you got these units that have strong or massive damage or resistant, when they get plus leveled up, it actually matters a lot, a whole lot, especially strong. That damage is really stacking up, and it's gonna take care of its problems too. Like it'll usually survive against the pigeons with the wave attacks and Brawlos. This unit has survives too, which is really good against the floating. Like Bun Bun, if you one shot, sometimes he'll survive. Brawlo, if you one shot, sometimes he'll survive to block again the next Brawlos or whatever's coming up. And he has good AOA, also really good AOA, good attack speed, solid damage. What else? Okay, Corrupted Psycho Cat. Another single attack unit. You should use your talents to upgrade it slow, because he doesn't slow that often. He slows often enough at least. But you should definitely upgrade it slow so he slows for longer. So you can stack more. Really good for aliens. Aliens is one of the classes where you do kind of want to slow them. Nemoy Boar, because he knocks back Catalite, and Catalite doesn't have immune to knockback. So we will get pushed with using meat shields like that with Nemoy Boar, so you could slow down him. You'd also want to slow down later on. You might have some really hard stages before they had treasures for a lot of these start aliens, when you got more into when they added more into the Cosmos chapters, before they were really weak, start aliens would be kind of a problem. You'd have to like actually weather down the storm of fighting against them. So slowing them was pretty good back then. All these star pangs, star doge, star whatever, and there's certain levels, especially like Heavenly Tower, where you got like Urun Wolf getting supported with Alien Cyclone. Using this unit's really good against that too. And sometimes you just got buff levels with Cyclones, and you want to take care of them, so you just use this. It's a pretty nifty unit for what it does. Decent enough range, so where it won't really die against anything else really also. Like if it's gonna be a dead brick in your deck, it at least has good enough range. And and like the damage is whatever. But if you're like spamming and you have full money, it's not the worst unit to have as a brick. Okay. Now this is a very interesting one. I really love this cat. Xmas Pudding Cat. I actually maxed them out recently, like a few weeks ago, I think. Getting to level 50 because I want to use them more. So, very interesting because he has area attack with extra money. I think a lot of units that have get extra money when they hit or kill units, they have single attack. But this one actually has area attack and it does cost quite a bit at 1200-ish. But I think it does, if I remember, it has pretty decent damage. And you really could spam this quite a bit. It has enough range also where you can meat shield for it. It's not that close range, it's like a medium range. Like, I think a bit more range than Maximum the Fighter. It's not a good unit though. It's below mid tier. I would say stupid actually. It's not as good as Maximum in these units up here. Okay. It kind of hurts to put Maximum here. I'll put him here. I'll put Maximum here. I wish he was better. I think he's slightly above below mid tier. That fits also. Okay. Oh, a sad one right here. It's a really cool cat. It has a really cool attack animation, but like Thaumaturge cat can weaken anything but metal, which was cool when I saw like the upgrade true form. Oh my gosh, can weaken anything in trade except metal? Wow, that's pretty cool. It had zombie killer ability when they added zombies. I'm like, okay, we're getting somewhere, but like, you're not using it for a zombie killer. You're never gonna get a kill with that. Send me a clip of you guys getting of doing that. Not on purpose, by the way. You can do no problem doing it on purpose. But it's gonna take forever because its damage sucks. Even mine's plus 75. Is you're not gonna depend on it for damage, and this is the main problem is that he's slow. Apart from that, the main problem is his long attack. His long attack animation. He attacks very slowly. Like the startup of the attack is very slow, and when he hits, usually you'll have other units knocking back the enemies by the time he gets his attack off. But you could make it work, but there's better options nowadays. That's another issue, is there's better options. You just run. Instead of running you prefer to just run Cat Drops. Cat Drop is way better than him. Especially when he has a surge attack when you got True Form. Even before True Form, because Cat Drops has more of a weakening effect than you anyways. And weakening's not even that good. You could just slow, freeze, and knock back. Like what? Or massive damage. Massive damage. Yeah, massive damage strong. It's like Weakening's not that big until later on where you get to like more specific things. And if it's in a good unit, it's because it already has something good about it. Also, like Octopus Cat, it already has resistance, so having weakening is just like a nice little addition, which makes it even stronger. It makes it stronger. Thaumaturge Cat is stupid in a bad way. Yeah, I'll put it there. I'll do a few more cats. Just want to get a small little update. We got a Weed Whacker Cat. Weed Whacker Cat's pretty cool, actually. Decent enough damage for multi fast hits it does. It doesn't have multi hit. It just attacks very fast. Can sometimes freeze zombies. You can get talent. Where early on there wasn't much things against a coup, so I got the talent up where it would be effective against a coup, and it did help a little bit. It put some work in where it mattered, but you're mostly gonna use it for zombies. It'll probably get some kills actually on zombies. You want to slow those zombies so you have your dread boars or whatever, because all the zombies they be going burn on the ground. So once you use your holy blast, they'll get blasted up, and maybe if you got a few of these little dudes putting some work up, when the zombies get out of the ground, and if you time it right, like you can usually guess where they'll come up from the ground if you get used to their speed underground. So you would freeze them. They come out of the ground, and they should probably be in front of these dudes, and then these guys will start hitting them, and then keep them frozen locked, and even they're not frozen locked, decent enough range where you can like stack up one every now and then to deal with all these zombies, and you could support him really well, so he won't die usually. Weed Whacker's a good cat. I would say it's pretty nifty. Zombies, pretty nifty, guys. Actually, pretty nifty. Okay. Ectoweight cat. You can get a talent up for Savage, but it's whatever. Okay, knockback zombies is actually pretty good because you've got these cadaver bears, dread bears. If you got a nice steady stream of them, I don't actually do this that often because I just use other zombies that I like using more. Like I like killing faster than just weathering the storm. But you can he has decent enough attack speed and a good enough chance to knock back where you could actually use him against these zombies that come out of the ground, and decent enough range to deal with these zombies because some of them have longer range than their regular counterparts. Like the zombie hippo, he has like slightly longer AOA and attack range, which is annoying, but you can deal with him with this. The main thing you use him for is against Big Sal. Big Sal, once he gets to your base, since he has a long attack speed, you can knock him back before he kills your base. What I usually do against him was I either use this guy's, pair him with a bunch of the grass little cutter dudes, this dude, Gardener Cat, and you also use cat jobs to like weaken him when he hits so you don't get killed in one shot. It's pretty good. You can use him, I guess. He's below. He's below. Yeah, he's below mid tier. Okay, Catalite. For the longest time, I forgot what this cat actually had as an attribute. I'm not even joking. For like the past probably like 6 years, I was under the impression that it had resistant the whole time because I never looked at its abilities, never, because I just always knew, right? I always knew that it was immune to freaking warp, immune to slow, and immune to weakens. Single attack, yeah, it's effective against angels, but it's actually not resistant. It's strong. I thought it was resistant for the longest time because of how long it survived against them, which only shows the how good this unit is. It's broken in a good way. It actually falls off a little after they added relics, but everything before that, it would usually survive enough to get one hit in at least. And even in Heavenly Tower, when you got these bosses, even with all these wave units, you got the Hermit Cat, um, whatever cat, I forgot the name of the other dudes, but the masked dudes, Yulala, yeah, usually survives to get one hit, and he's immune to warp, so it's taking with all those annoying issues with the warp with Yulala. And even if he's not immune to waves, he's decently fast enough to get close and get one hit in with his HP also. It's just solid. Solid, extremely solid against aliens too, as a meat shield. Okay. So Belly Dance Cat, it was never a bad cat actually. Belly Dance Cat was never a bad cat. The problem was you might not have seen it being used a lot just because there's better options against red enemies. That's all. Like dodge effect against red, really good. When you have the true form, it activates decently well enough to take care of these units. And this is before we had any surge enemies back then, so like there wasn't much to use it against. But nowadays, it's actually pretty good. We got these annoying surge dudes. Red surge, like the red hyena, has a surge, which would actually activate his block. And then once he gets closer, it'll keep activating his block again and again and again. Especially when you got these buns attacking, these tackies, all these heavy hitting cappies. It'd be nice when you get a block. Back then, better options. Now, when you got these stronger red enemies, it puts in some more work, and you can get the talent up where he's or where she's can actually dodge a coup, which is insanely good. I use her all the time in the coup stages. Well, ones that call for it, I use her in all my decks for the XP stages for the coup. Insanely good, pretty nifty unit. Might even be bordering broken for who it is good against, which is red and a coup. I might even put it here. I won't put it there because it's not like versatile. Yeah, okay. Yeah, versatile enough to any other class really. Its damage and HP is well, its HP is pretty good, but its damage is keeping it down from being there, and its cost too, like 540. It's not that versatile for what it does against other units that aren't the traits it's meant for. Okay, Collar. I forgot the name of this cat. Collar. If I remember correctly, strong and not knockback. Okay, strong and knockback, and I think it's single attack. Their range was pretty good. I haven't honestly used this cat much in the past years at all because it's whatever. I should try it out again. It's just the cost too, also like 1,400 ish. This cat, I think its recharge rate's pretty bad. And also, the main problem is not that its abilities suck, but I think it's a bad cat still. Yeah, like single attack is really keeping this unit back. I think they got rid of the single attack just because, like, oh, it balances out the knockback. Like you're gonna be knocking back every now and then the buns, the shy boys, or whatever. But really, the it doesn't make up having a knockback doesn't make up for being a single attack. The biggest issue is that there's better options against red, and this unit sucks. Stupid. It's not. No, it's. I have. I'm using this forever. It's not as bad as these cats. Okay. The only thing keeping it up here is its decent enough range. I might actually put it in trash just because of its recharge rate. Let me think about this. Let me ponder this a second. Knocking bad red isn't that important either, anyways. It's so bad. The cost is so bad. The cost is so bad. Unlike the next cat we got, we'll do this as the last one. Okay, this one, I really love this cat. I wish this cat right here would see more often. Has attack up, strong against red, and area attack, I think. Yep. Ritual cat. Ritual. Oh, what the? Stop inspecting stuff, bro. Where'd I go? Where'd I put him? Okay, ritual cat. It's not that good. Just way better red options. That's the thing you're gonna be hearing a lot from me. Is better options against red, but it's actually pretty good. Actually, don't think keeping it up there from being stupid in a bad way is that it has attack up, and is decent enough recharge rate to send them out again and again. Decent enough damage, and the range is pretty good, so you won't die to boar if you got some nice meat shields. Stupid. Okay. That's it for now. We got a whole bunch more. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die for making this. But I'm having fun now. I just need like a 2-ish week break. Coming back to it. Tier list is looking fire. Very interesting. Peace. Bye.